Gracie Segundo. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Daniel Escobar for the state of Texas.
Defense?
Javier Oliva and Bradley Bellis for the defendant.
And- Are you Gracie Segundo?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, according to the plea bargaining agreement, punishment is to be assessed at 7 years in the prison. There's a $500 fine. The state is opposing your application for deferred adjudication. They're recommending community supervision, and there are items to be taken in consideration. Have both parties had a chance to review the PSI report?
Yes,
Any objections to the PSI report, state or defense?
Judge, so there are some errors on the PSI report that we wanted to bring to your attention.
Yes.
So it lists the offense date as, I believe, November 16th of 2021, when in reality, the offense date that's on the indictment is October 16th of 2021.
All right.
And it lists that in the criminal history. There's an assault that was in the criminal history that it makes it seem as if they're two separate offense dates.
Okay.
And then I think in the towards the back of the actual statement itself that Ms. Segundo gave, there's a portion where it's talking about the co-defendant and that he's charged with ag assault deadly weapon. It's assault SBI. It's the same offense.
Okay.
We just wanted to make sure you were aware.
All right. And the court is also in receipt of victim impact statement. And the court reviewed that without objections from the state or defense. Is that correct?
This case has everything: emotion, power, and chaos. A Texas woman accused of attacking a judge during an elevator brawl now begs for mercy. Stay tuned. The sentencing takes a turn nobody saw coming.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
And the court is also in receipt of letters that defense presented on behalf of the accused. And there were no objections to the court reading those letters. Is that correct, state and defense?
No objection, state judge.
All right. So the court has reviewed all of those documents.
Your Honor, I also raised that the part of the agreement of coming back today was that the misdemeanor occurred on the same day of this alleged date. Was to be taken into consideration with CC County Court 4 case 9069-3701.
Yes. And the court does have that as a part of the plea bargaining agreement.
And Judge, just to kind of expand on that, I believe as an additional part of the plea agreement was that she was to take responsibility for what happened as a part of the TIC.
Yes. Okay. All right. So my understanding, the complainant in this case is.
Here's what's happening. Both sides just reviewed the PSI report, which shapes sentencing. The defense wants deferred adjudication. No conviction if she stays clean. The prosecution wants straight probation because the assault caused serious injury. It's sympathy versus severity. What would you lean toward so far? Forgiveness or accountability?
The right to be able not to be a convicted felon. The amount of restitution in this case, I think we've agreed to, that was presented before the court was $2,416.29. We fully agreed to repay that. We will work hard every day to pay that back. But in this working community and in Houston and San Antonio, mothers every day have challenges. And we regret that this happened. And I know that she sincerely has nothing personal against Ms. Martinez or her husband. She wants to do what's right, but she also wants a chance, Judge. And I'm asking you with all the fiber of my body to give her that chance. And I will make sure and work with her that she will comply with every condition so she will never be back here.
The defense plays their strongest card, motherhood. Gracie's raising 4 kids alone, working, and says this was one bad moment. But the state reminds everyone the victim's pain is lifelong. This is the courtroom clash between redemption and responsibility. Can being a good person outweigh one violent act?
22 people, and they were limiting it to 7. And as people went into the elevator, the policy and procedures of the elevator operator of not allowing people to come in once they met capacity. They were in the elevator. They were asked that there was too many in the elevator. And then people had to decide who's getting off. And they asked who she was with, another man and another person, to get off the elevator. That person said, I want to talk to your supervisor. That individual entered into an altercation with the victim's husband that spilled out of the elevator onto the floor. She came in assistance to that man, and that's when she was hit, and that's when she struck the victim. That stated in one of the reports here that was provided to you in the PSI. And she did not go in there to fight. She didn't go in there to look for someone to fight. She was trying to get someone off of her friend. And in the process of that was struck, and she injured Ms. Martinez. And so it's regrettable, Judge. There's no doubt about that. And this incident happened in a matter of seconds. And that's why we're here 2 years later doing that. And in addition to that, Judge, there is a civil suit in this case where the parties in this case are seeking $1 million in damages against my client. And so this case will not end today. It will continue in a civil matter with a lower burden of proof, where she will have to defend herself in a civil cause of action for money damages.
And Judge, just to clarify from the state's end, I would disagree with the characterization of how the incident started.
Judge cuts through the emotion. How does a full elevator turn into a fight? That's the question. The defense blames confusion and panic. The state says defiance and aggression. Here's the truth. The judge doesn't care about titles, only facts. The credibility battle right here could decide her freedom.
And for you to not grant her deferred adjudication.
All right. So what is the amount of restitution and who is the restitution to?
It's to Rebecca Martinez and
$2,416.29.
Wait, 2,400?
$16.29.
And also in the plea bargain agreement, it says restitution to,
Jeanette Rojas.
yes.
Your Honor, so we haven't gotten any medical or billing from there. We would ask restitution to be determined on that amount.
All right. So with regards to the restitution to Jeanette Riojas, if there's a restitution amount that's submitted to the court and you all have objections to it, we can have a restitution hearing.
Thank you.
And I'll just write in that there's to be a restitution hearing as it relates to Jeanette Riojas. And I'm assuming she's going to want to transfer to Houston?
Yes, Your Honor.
And what?
It's in Harris County.
Final arguments. The defense asks for one chance to rebuild her life. The prosecution says she had that chance the night of the fight. The judge must now decide, is this a momentary lapse or a dangerous pattern? You can almost feel the tension before the verdict lands. Verdict: 7 years suspended with 5 years probation, fines, and restitution. No deferred adjudication. No jail time, but a felony record stays. The judge calls it an aberration, not rage, yet still demands accountability. If you found this case gripping, like, comment, and subscribe. More real courtroom breakdowns coming your way every week.